on Thursday, June 5th, the People's Front for Freedom was formally born. The Electoral Commission finally issued us with a certificate of registration after a solid 11-month struggle that began in August 2024 with the reservation of name, symbol, and slogan. While, naturally, we are thankful to the Electoral Commission for finally issuing us a certificate, we decry the unnecessary delay and interference in the registration process by overzealous security operatives, resident district commissioners, and other NRM proxies. There was heavy interference with the verification of signatures by mainly the security, RDCs, NRM, in some areas, parish chiefs. Registration of political parties under the Political Parties and Organizations Act should not be made this rigorous, forcing some people to procure political parties. I want to repeat that this exercise shouldn't be made rigorous to force Ugandans to procure small existing parties. Because this practice in itself is a danger to the country. The people who meet all the qualifications to register political parties are being forced to procure existing parties. Really. The delay also speak about the incompetence of public institutions. People who register companies and businesses are made to go through these unnecessary delays, and each time you lose, you are losing money. We therefore require the Electoral Commission and other agencies to improve these processes, to make them as civil as the law demands, and to make sure we don't create reasons for people to skirt around the law. Now that we are registered, we would like to advise our members to abide first by our own constitution. Remember, when we are registering a political party, one of the requirements is that the certificate, the application for registration must be accompanied by a constitution, but also by signatures. So we have registered in the constitution. These copies will be made available for everybody. We don't want to register a constitution and operate outside it. Especially during this restive electoral period. If you are not yet selected as a candidate, don't declare yourself a PFF candidate. There will be a transparent process to arrive at party candidates. Don't move ahead of the party. If the party delays, make it move faster. Otherwise, it will be suicidal for you to move ahead of the party, and then the party is calling you back. The cost that is involved, I have seen many of us, if you put up posters for purposes of communicating to your electoral area, and another person emerges, it means the constitution will be the arbiter. So you don't say, but I was the first to put up posters. Then you will be operating outside the constitution. So I want to thank and encourage everybody who has shown interest, but we will behave differently. As our constitution stipulates, and we are going to make copies available, your respective leadership in the areas where you are will be the ones to determine candidates. So candidates will not be determined at the headquarters here, but in your respective areas. So don't find the same Joe and you say, I need a card. No, ours are not issued like that. They will be processed through a transparent system in your respective areas. The chairman of the Electoral Commission, the Honorable Mike Kabaziguruka, is here. He has already issued expression of interest forms, which will be followed where we have more than one candidate, with elections inevitable. And those elections are domestic elections where you are. They are not elections here at the headquarters. So these forms, the Honorable Mike Kabaziguruka I will invite him to speak about them, are going to be made available at district and constituency levels. He will also be issuing them both physically and electronically, and will use both methods to correct them, and the guidelines will follow shortly. We are delayed by the Electoral Commission. We should have had guidelines and dates of these elections. Please also be notified that the PFF, the People's Front for Freedom, will next month on Tuesday, July 8th, be formally inaugurated. This exercise will be funded solely by you, the members. Like you remember the last delegates conference we had here, the money and items required were brought by you, Matoke. So I put you on notes that you need to begin preparing. You need to begin making contributions to launch your party. So this party is not a party of leaders. It is your party. The leaders are here just to provide leadership. So as I said, the Honorable Mike Kabaziguruka will be speaking more about this. But because of the interim nature under which we are operating, we have authorized your respective leadership, district, constituency, to handle the ongoing nomination of special interest groups. They will be the ones processing you under their signature and stamps. We will subsequently improve, because these conditions have been forced on us by the delay by the Electoral Commission.